to let Rakesh's world consume her entirely. But they were fading, the colors of that sunlit street blurring into the gray of the attic's walls, the sound of her brother's voice drowned by the drip of rain and the soft scrape of Rakesh's tools. The other children noticed her faraway look, some envious, others too broken to care, but none spoke. For speaking invited punishment, and trust was a luxury long gone. The city outside carried on, its people huddling under roofs as the monsoon raged. But a peddler passing the Yadav home paused one night, his ear catching a sound that wasn't rain, a faint, rhythmic tapping from the attic window, like a plea too weak to carry far. The house stood silent under its veil of normalcy, but the threads of its facade were fraying, and the shadows within were beginning to stir, reaching out to a world that wasn't ready to see them. The Yadav home settled into an eerie hush as night fell, the monsoon's roar outside masking the attic's stifled cries, where 29 children curled against cold iron bars, their breaths shallow, their eyes darting at every creak of the house. Rakesh's visits had grown more deliberate, his presence a shadow that chilled the air, his whispers cutting deeper than any blade as he knelt before his ash-drawn symbols, now sprawling like veins across the attic floor. He spoke to the children in a soft, even voice, telling them their fear was a gift, a thread in a tapestry only he could see, his words laced with a twisted logic that made their suffering feel like fate. His new methods were slow, insidious, a drop of bitter liquid forced into their mouths, not to kill but to dull their minds, making their limbs heavy and their thoughts sluggish, as if their souls were being drained drop by drop. He called it purification, a way to cleanse their spirits for his unseen purpose. But to the children, it was a creeping poison that stole their will to resist. Mira joined him some nights, her hands steady as she held a child's trembling jaw open, her face blank, her eyes hollow, as if she'd locked her heart away to survive her own complicity. She never spoke, only moved with a mechanical grace, her fingers brushing the children's skin like a ghost's touch, leaving them colder than before. The bonds between the children, once fragile lifelines of whispered names and shared glances, began to crumble under this silent torment. Fear turned them inward, made them flinch from each other's eyes, suspecting betrayal in every quiet sob. Number 12, the girl who clung to memories of a sunlit street, felt her hope flicker as a boy beside her. Number 7 hissed that she was selfish for dreaming, his voice sharp with desperation, his trust broken by nights of Rakesh's whispers that pitted them against one another. Rakesh's mind was a fortress of certainty, his rituals a sacred script he followed without doubt, believing each act of pain balanced an unseen scale, his purpose tied to a force he felt in the rain, in the dark,